Hello, my name is Laughter Pigeon and today I'm going to be going over the history of video games. Not consoles, anyone can read off Wikipedia. Nah, I'm talking the years of gaming and what games released, so let's roll the intro.
Is this nigga serious?
As is common fact, all video games before 1985 suck dick. This is because the NES was the first good console. 1985 only had one good game, however, and that was Super Mario Bros. Well, Duck Hunt was pretty good too. Some people like that Gradius game, and Ultima 4, that was good. Either way, who cares, 1986 is when it really picked off. This was the start of some big gaming franchises such as The Legend of Zelda, Metroid, Castlevania, Kid Icarus, that died. Then in 1987 you got Castlevania 2, Punch-Out, Metal Gear, Final Fantasy, then Capcom says, hold the phone, I just made Mega Man, and it has the worst box art ever, but then Technos Japan says, boy, we just made Double Dragon, get that shit out of here, and then Konami says, fuck both of you, I just made Contra won Game of the Year. Then it's 1988, and Capcom wants revenge. They say, ladies and gentlemen, I reveal to you Mega Man 2, and Konami just laughs and release Super Contra, and Technos Japan is just here like, bitch, I made the best game of the NES era, and don't you try to debate with me on this little. Also, Super Mario Bros. 3, Altered Beast, and Ninja Gaiden, they released this year. I just got a bit carried away, you know. You must have noticed how my tone slowed down, and that's exactly what happened in 1989. The big game this year was Mother, and there was also SimCity and Castlevania 3, but like that's it. And like, who played SimCity? Oh, but now we're in 1990. Welcome to the early SNES versus Sega Genesis era. The Genesis already released when I mentioned Altered Beast, that was 1988, but the SNES just released 1990 with Super Mario World, Final Fantasy 3, and F-Zero. Then 1991 rolls around and Sega releases the most inconsistent gaming franchise ever, Sonic. Meanwhile, Nintendo gets A Link to the Past, Final Fantasy 4, Street Fighter 2, and Castlevania 4. I think it's pretty clear that the first Civilization game was this generation. I mean, you got to play against Nuclear Gandhi, like come on. 1992 you got Contra Force, Kirby's Adventure, Dragon Quest V, and Mortal Kombat. So an alright year, but not quite 1991. 1993 was a year where anything released was overshadowed by Doom. Then 1994 rolls around, Nintendo and Sega have been charging up their smash attacks. Sega comes in and says, we made the best Sonic to date, and they weren't lying, it was downhill from here. And then Nintendo comes in and says, we made a better platformer, it's called Donkey Kong Country, bitch. And then Sega says, what about Bubsy 2? And nobody applauds. So Nintendo says, we made Earthbound, sit your ass down, and Sega actually does. They never got to compete with Nintendo again, Sega is dead, they make like 2 more consoles, nobody cares. And then the PC comes in, it says, I'm an old piece of shit, but I got Doom 2, and Nintendo says, bitch, I made Super Metroid, hand the entire year over to me already, so they do. Nintendo legally owns 1994. But Nintendo isn't satisfied, they want to own 1995 as well, so they release Yoshi's Island, Donkey Kong Country 2, Trials of Mana, and Chrono Trigger. Nintendo now owns 1995. But 1996, there's competition. Sony is in here with Crash Bandicoot, Resident Evil, and Rayman, so Nintendo knows they gotta pull out their mascot this year. Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Super Mario RPG. Who won? You decide. Epic rap battles of history. Oh shit, it's 1997 and time for a rematch. This year Nintendo pulls out Star Fox 64, Doom 64, and their trap card GoldenEye 007, while Sony pulls out Tomb Raider, Grand Theft Auto, and their trap card Final Fantasy 7. It's a pretty even matchup. Who won? I don't know, but you know what isn't an even matchup is 1998. Sony has Metal Gear Solid 3 and Tomb Raider 3, which are good games in their own right, but Nintendo has Pokemon, Mario Party, Banjo-Kazooie, and Ocarina of Time. Meanwhile, a mysterious new force emerges. Now in 1999, Sony steps up their game. They have Tomb Raider 4, GTA 2, Final Fantasy 8, and Crash Team Racing. Meanwhile, Nintendo has Super Smash Bros. And Donkey Kong 64. Do those 2 games match Sony's 4 games in quality is a very subjective question. I think so, but I know nothing about these 2, so there lies my problem. We now enter the year 2000, and it's like a new decade, or is it new millennium? It's one of them. Sony is working ahead on their next console, the PlayStation 2, so Nintendo takes the opportunity to cash in. They release Paper Mario, Majora's Mask, Banjo-Tooie, and Perfect Dark. Meanwhile, PC gaming is also getting stronger. They have, what do they have? Counter-Strike, Deus Ex, and The Sims. And with 2001, the new generation of consoles release, and console wars now went in 3 directions. Great. More work for me. PlayStation had GTA 3 as a timed exclusive, and Metal Gear Solid 2, Devil May Cry, and Ico as real exclusives. Meanwhile, Xbox was relying on one game to carry them through the generation, Halo. It worked. Nintendo, on the other hand, they just used their Zelda game last year. The Mario game isn't ready, so what do they release? Smash Bros. Melee, one of the best fighting games to date. They also released Pikmin, that got like a cult following, you know, like lots of very devoted fans, but I don't really know anything about Pikmin, so I don't know how good it is. 2002, Xbox starts their trend of having exclusives that were also available on PC, like Morrowind. They didn't have any say in it yet because they didn't own Bethesda yet, but now they're just doing it on purpose. I mean, I'm not complaining. Halo Infinite on Steam, I mean, I'll take it. PlayStation once again has Grand Theft Auto as a timed exclusive, but they also came out with Kingdom Hearts. Nintendo had Mario Sunshine and Metroid Prime, so I think they won this year. 2003 is another easy win for Nintendo. They came out with The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker and Mario Kart Double Dash, while PlayStation and Xbox really didn't have anything notable. In 2004, all 3 companies took a step back and looked at their best games, then made sequels to them. Nintendo came out with Metroid Prime 2, Sony came out with Metal Gear Solid 3, and Xbox came out with Halo 2. Meanwhile, you also have GTA San Andreas, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and World of Warcraft as great third parties. After making great sequels the previous year, our 3 companies decided to be more creative this year. PlayStation got Shadow of the Colossus, the GameCube got Resident Evil 4, and Xbox thought to themselves, what if we just didn't release jack shit? They later adopted this philosophy for an entire generation. PC also had Civilization 4 and Star Wars Republic Commando. And Call of Duty 2, but nobody cared yet, it was unpopular. 2006 was the first year of the new consoles, though it's mostly remembered as a bad year because Sonic 06 tarnished the reputation of the entire number, when really it was home to Wii Sports, Gears of War, Okami, Twilight Princess, and one of my favorite games of all time, The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. And here we are, 2007, when shit went down. You have Super Mario Galaxy, Bioshock, Mass Effect, The Orange Box, Halo 3, Half-Life 2, Uncharted, Call of Duty 4, Metroid Prime 3, damn, 2008, Grand Theft Auto 4, Gears of War 2, Metal Gear Solid 4, Smash Bros. Brawl, Burnout Paradise, Persona 4, Fallout 3, Mario Kart Wii, Force Unleashed, damn, that was a good year, I wonder how it holds up to. 2009, Assassin's Creed 2, Modern Warfare 2, Uncharted 2, Left 4 Dead 2, Batman Arkham Asylum, Borderlands, Wii Sports Resort, Bayonetta, Minecraft, and League of Legends. Thankfully, it slows down next year, psych! 2010, bringing you Red Dead Redemption, Fallout New Vegas, Mass Effect 2, Donkey Kong Country Returns, God of War 3, Super Mario Galaxy 2, Civilization 5, or is that not good enough to take a look at? 2011, Portal 2, Dark Souls, Uncharted 3, Batman Arkham City, Skyward Sword, Revelations, a good Sonic game, motherfucking Skyrim, but it finally calms down in 2012. There's no psych, it actually does. Granted, there still were some great games, notably Kid Icarus Uprising, Dishonored, Far Cry 3, Gravity Rush, Borderlands 2, and Halo 4, but those don't quite live up to the, you know, amazing games that we just saw, like these ones. You might have missed some of them because I was going kind of fast. It was a joke, but I kind of just skipped the best years of gaming. What the fuck is this video? 2013, you had 3 really big games. The Last of Us, GTA 5, and Bioshock Infinite. But you also had Assassin's Creed 4, A Link Between Worlds, the Tomb Raider reboot, and Mario 3D World. Overall, a really great year. 2014 isn't as good, but it still had Tropical Freeze, Smash 4, Mario Kart 8, Shadow of Mordor, and Shovel Knight. Plus, Watch Dogs came out this year, which I know isn't well received, but I thought I'd throw it in here for my boy. Now 2015 is one hell of a solid year. You got The Witcher 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, Batman Arkham Knight, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Undertale, Bloodborne, and you can't forget Rocket League. 2016 continues the streak with games like Overwatch, Uncharted 4, Doom, Civilization 6, Ratchet & Clank, XCOM 2, Super Hot, Watch Dogs 2, Dark Souls 3, Titanfall 2, and the infamous Pokemon Go. Then we got 2017, one of my personal favorite years in gaming. You have Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Persona 5, Horizon Zero Dawn, a good Sonic game, Cuphead, Shadow of War, For Honor, Assassin's Creed Origins. Just great year overall. Getting even closer to modern day, we have 2018 with games like God of War, Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, Sea of Thieves, Celeste, Monster Hunter World, Hollow Knight, and of course Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Overall a banger year for Sony and Nintendo. I don't know what Microsoft was smoking this generation, but 2019 brought us Death Stranding, Sekiro, Outer Worlds, Mortal Kombat 11, Jedi Fallen Order, Mario Maker 2, Luigi's Mansion 3, and a new Fire Emblem. Overall, 2019 was just kind of a calm before the storm in terms of video games. And real life, if you think about it, because 2020 isn't quite over yet, but it's already brought us a new Animal Crossing, Doom Eternal, Ghost of a new Paper Mario, and nothing else. I'm very hopeful for Cyberpunk, Watch Dogs Legion, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Halo Infinite, Spider-Man 2, and Hyrule Warriors 2, which are all coming sooner or later. Hard to know when. There's lots of delays because of Corona. I forget when Cyberpunk's coming out now. It's been delayed a lot, so I don't know. Now hold on, something that you may have noticed is in the last few years I've just been listing off the best games, and I haven't even mentioned competition. Sony released that, Xbox released that, and that was on purpose. It just demonstrates how console wars were cool. When I was talking about SNES versus Genesis and N64 versus PlayStation 1. But, console wars is popular, and as with all popular things, it just becomes lame. At this point, it's just, like cringe to fight over a console when you're never gonna change anyone's opinion about their console. Like, it used to be fun, but at this point, there's clear winners like the Soulja Boy console and clear losers like Stadia, so there's just no point, man. Enjoy whatever console you decide to buy, and don't be an asshole to others if you can afford a PC. Thank you and good night.